world, welcome to DecodeMania. I am Sahil and you are watching 17th video of the project User Management System with Admin Panel. In previous video, you have seen that how I have made the email verification of an user functional. Now today in this video, I am going to show you how to work on feedback page, in which first I will create feedback table to store feedbacks of the users, and then I will design feedback form. Okay. But before going to feedback page, I will add one more thing for email verification. Actually, in previous video, I was forgot to add send email verification link when a new user sign up. Okay, so let's fix this first. So open your project. Now here in process.php file, if you go down, then here I have already written codes for sending email verification link to the registered users. Okay, so let's copy this code up to here. Just copy and open action.php file. Okay, now in action.php file, here you can see I have already written this code for new user registration. Okay, now when when after successful registration, I will send an email verification link also. So let's fix the indent, and then here you can see if user registered successfully, then this code will be also executed and email will send to the registered user. Okay, so here you can see I have declared email variable and I am storing the users email in this email variable. Okay, so I will just use this email instead of this C email. Okay, so just copy here also and replace this also. Okay, now save this. Now let's go to our browser and let's try to register with a new email ID and let's see it's working or not. Okay, so just log out and click on sign up. Now here I will use my another email ID 12345. Now click on sign up and please wait. So here you can see user registration successfully. Now here you can see an alert that your email is not verified. We have sent you an email verification link on your email. Check and verify now. So if you go to our email, then here we have just received an email from DecodeMania, subject email verification. Okay, so let's open this and here you can see the link. Okay, so when I click on this link, then you can see this user is verified now. Okay, and if you go to home page, then from here the alert is also gone. Okay, so now let's go to feedback page, and first what I will do is I will create a feedback table. So just open your PHP my admin and this is our database db_user_system. So click on new and here just write the table name feedback and add two more columns. Now first column will be ID, type will be int, length will be 11, and make this column auto increment and primary key. Okay, now our second column will be UID, means user ID. Okay, now type will be int and length will be 11. Now make this column an index. Okay, because later we will make this foreign key. Okay, so just select index and click on go. Now next column will be subject and type will be varchar, length will be 255. Next will be feedback and type will be medium text. Now next column will be created underscore at, and this will be type timestamp, and by default I will select current underscore timestamp, and here I will use replied column, and here I will use tiny int type, and by default I will use 0. Okay, now 0 means that this feedback is not replied. Okay, and if I store 1 here, then it means this feedback is replied by the admin. Okay, so we will do it later by in admin part. Okay, so let's select as defined and write 0 here. Now click on save. So you can see the feedback table has been created. Now let's click on relation view, and on delete just select cascade, and on update select cascade, and select the column which you want to make foreign key. So I am using this UID, and select the database. So this is our database. Now select the parent table. So this users is the parent table. Now select the primary column of this user table. Okay, now click on save. So now foreign key is now created. If you select this database and go to more and click on designer, and then here you can see this is users table, this is the nodes table, and this is the feedback table, and you can see the relationship between users table and feedback table also. Okay, so now let's come to project and open feedback.php file. Okay, now here I will design the feedback form first. Okay, so let's create a div with class container, and inside this I will create a row, and I will also use justify content center. Now inside this I will create a column called lg8, and also give margin top 3, or okay 3. Now inside this column first I will check a condition using PHP. If verified is equal to verified, it means if the user's email is verified, then only we will display the feedback form. Okay, so here what I will do is I will create a card. Okay, so just use div class card, and here I will use border primary. Inside this card I will create a card header. Okay, card header lead text center bg primary text white. Okay, now inside this I will write send feedback to admin. Okay, now just below this card header I will create div card body. Now inside this body I will create a form, and here I will use action and just give hash symbol. Then in method I will use post class padding left and right for id feedback hyphen form. Okay, now inside this form what I will do is I will create another div with form group, and inside this I will use input type text, name will be subject. I will not use value attribute here. In placeholder I will use write your subject, and now I will use class form control lg and form control okay, and here I will use rounded 0 also, and just I will use required attribute. Now next what I will do is create another div group, form group. Now inside this I will create a text area, and here I will use name feedback, and I will give some bootstrap class to this text area, form control lg, form control and rounded 0. Okay, placeholder write your feedback here. Okay, and this is also required field, so just use required attribute, and I will also give some rows equal to 8. Okay, now let's create another div with class form group, and in this form group I will create button, submit, name will be feedback btn. Just copy this and use an id attribute, give feedback button, in value send feedback, and class btn primary, btn block, btn lg, and rounded 0. Okay, save this. Now let's open the browser and go to feedback page and refresh. Okay, so we are getting some error because we have not closed this if statement. Okay, so here what I will do is just come here and use indif. Now save, refresh. So here you can see the form is displaying. Now what if an email is not verified? So in case when an user's email is not verified, then we will display a message that verify your email first to send feedback to admin. Okay, so for this I will use else here. Okay, else, then here I will use h1 with class text center and text secondary and margin top 5. Okay, and here I will write verify your email first to send feedback to admin. Okay, now here I will close the if statement, so just write end if. Okay, save this, go to the browser and refresh. So for this user the email is verified, you can see here, but let's go to the users table, and here I will manually change the verified value to 0, and let's check that what happens. Okay, so if we go to feedback page again and refresh, then here you can see a message, verify your email first to send feedback to admin. Okay, so if you go to profile page, then here you can see email is not verified. Okay, so Now if we log out and let's log in with this user, and this user has email verified already. You can see email is verified. Now if we click on feedback link, then in feedback page you can see the feedback form. Okay, now to make this feedback form functional, what I will do next is I will send an Ajax request from feedback page to the server. Okay, so let's come here and let's use another script tag, and here I will first use document dot ready function, and inside this function what I will do next is first I will write a comment that send feedback to admin Ajax request. Okay, and here I will select the button using feedback btn dot click function. Here just use e. Now first I will check the validity of the form. Okay, so for this I will use if, and I will select the feedback form using this feedback hyphen form id that is given to the form tag. Okay, now here just use 0 dot check validity. Okay, now here what I will do next is I will use e dot prevent default method to stop the page refresh when we click on submit button. Okay, now next I will send Ajax request, so just use Ajax function, and here one thing more I will do, when we click on the button then we will change the button text. So just select the button and using val function I will use please wait. Okay, now in Ajax what I will do next is use URL, and I will send in assets slash php slash process dot php dot php. Okay, and I will use method here post, and I will send the form data. So let's select form again using feedback hyphen form dot serialize, and I will send an extra string with this and action equal to feedback. Okay, now in success function just use a parameter here. For now I will use console log to display the response. Okay, now open the process, just close this action.php file. Now this is the process.php file. Let's go down, and here first I will write some comment handle send feedback to admin Ajax request. Okay, now here what I will do is just use if is set, and then using super global variable post I will use action, and then I will check the value of action equal to feedback. So if the value of action is feedback, then only this if statement will be executed. Now here what I will do is I will grab the subject, but before doing this let's just use print r and use super global variable post. Save this, go to the browser, refresh. Now open our console. Now let's write some subject and some message and click on feedback, click on send feedback. Now here in console you can see we are getting subject feedback. Okay, So now what I will do next is I will grab this subject and this feedback here. Okay, so for this I will use subject variable, and using C user object I will use test underscore input function, and then I will use super global variable post subject. Okay, similarly for feedback, so here I will write feedback equal to C user test underscore input post feedback. Okay, now I have to define one method in auth.php file to store the feedback into the feedback table. Okay, so let's come to auth.php file and let's go down. Here I will write send feedback to admin. Okay, now here just write public function send feedback method name, and here I will use sub parameter then feedback. So here I will write feed, and then I will use user ID. Okay, now here I will declare SQL variable, and in SQL query I will write insert into feedback table, and now select the column. So here I will write UID subject feedback. Okay, now in values I will use placeholders. Okay, so for UID I will use UID, and for subject I will use sub. Now for feedback I will use feed. Okay, now next what I will do is I will create a statement variable, and I will prepare the statement. So just use this and then use con prepare SQL. Okay, now next I will use statement variable again to execute this statement. Execute, then bind all the parameters. Okay, so our first parameter is UID, and next is sub. Okay, so just use sub. Next is feed. Okay, so just use feed variable. Okay, now I will return true. Now I will use this send feedback method here in process.php file. Okay, so what I will do is just come here, and using C user object I will call this method, and here I will pass, first I will pass the subject. So just pass subject variable, then feedback variable, and then CID variable. Okay, and this CID variable is already declared in session.php file. We are getting CID from session in process.php file. Okay, now next what I will do is just go to feedback.php file, and here in success I will just use here I will select the feedback form again, and then I will reset after successful submission of the form. So just use reset method, and I will also change the button text back to send feedback. Okay, so just write send feedback but here instead of this I will use feedback button. Okay, and here I will display a success message using sweet alert library. Okay, so just use as awl.fire. Okay, and here in object I'll pass title feedback successfully sent to the admin. Okay, and type will be success. Now we have to include sweet alert CDN link into this feedback.php file also. So let's open this profile.php file and let's go down. So here is not the CDN link of sweet alert. Let's open home.php file. So here you can see this is the CDN link of sweet alert library. So just copy and paste in feedback.php file, save. Now let's go to here, refresh. Now let's try to send a feedback. So here in subject I will write about this project. Okay, and here just write user management system with admin panel. Okay, now click on send feedback. So you can see feedback successfully sent to the admin. Okay, now if you go to feedback table, then here you can see subject about this project user management system with admin panel, and this is the current time, and in UID you can see 5. Okay, so if you click on this UID, then this user sends the feedback. Okay, this user ulfani44@gmail.com, and if you come here and click on profile, then here also you can see this user sends that feedback. Okay, so that's it for this video. In next video I will show you how to work on notification system. So thanks for watching this video. Please like, share this video, and also subscribe my channel. See you soon in next